May 28th, 2009. I haven't made any progress this past week. I feel I've actually gotten worse. I really wanted to talk to my parents the other day, but I had to remind myself that this isn't the way I want them to see me. I need to get better before I can start working on talking to people again. I think those are my words, not my therapist's. This last week has been particularly difficult. I've been experiencing some fucked up dreams. I mean, like anyone else, I've had nightmares, but these are something else. They don't feel like dreams, first of all. They feel like real life, and I see every excruciating detail. They might not be so bad if not for the fact that they seem to relate to the crash. Well, according to my therapist, my brain's twisted alteration of the actual crash. See, in my dream, I'm floating, trapped in a bright beam of light. I struggle to get away. I try to move my hands, but I can't. I'm helpless. And then I'm restrained to some sort of cold, metallic surface. But it feels rough, like I'm lying on top of a cheese grater. And instead of the bright beam of light, now I'm in almost complete darkness. And screams. Fuck. I hear loud, painful screams coming from someone else. I think it's a grown man. And I hear this loud whirring sound, like a hummingbird made out of razor blades. In between the screams, every time it pauses, I hear this buzzing, and then the screams are gone. They're replaced by a gurgling sound. And then, like, a leaking sound, like when the sink gets full and the water starts to pour over the top. I try to turn my head, to look around, see where the screams are coming from, but I can't. I can't move a single muscle in my body. I can't even blink. And that's when I realize I'm not alone. I can't see them, I can't hear them, but I can tell there are several people in the room. Well, I guess I should say presence, because they aren't people. They feel like something monstrous and inhuman. I can feel them in the dream, standing next to me. And then I realize I'm not wearing any clothes. And what looks like a hand, right? It passes above me. It goes over my field of vision so I can see. It's a hand. Kinda. I mean, it's long and it's shiny. And there's only 4 fingers. And each of the fingers ends in like a sharpened point, right? Not a fingernail, not a claw. Like a point. Like bone or horns. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I don't know how to explain it. And then another 4-fingered hand. And this one reaches for my face. And I try to move, but I'm frozen. And the hand rakes into my mouth, past the lips and the teeth, and it stabs into the soft flesh of my gums. And another hand appears and does the same thing to my lower jaw. And then the 2 hands jerk apart and rips my mouth open. I'm now able to make a sound, and I hear my own screams. And I hear the whirring sound once again, the noise of the razor blade hummingbird. And it's closer, and it's closer, and I can hear it. Now it's inside my mouth, and I'm screaming But the noise changes as the hummingbird's wings slice through my tongue and into the back of my throat, and I just gurgle. And that's when I wake up. It's always at the same part of the dream, and the dream is always the same, and it scares the shit out of me. I don't know what kind of meds they gave me during the surgery, but I'm starting to wish they hadn't. Hell, I don't even know what kind of surgery it was that I got. And you know, I really found it strange that they flew me stateside so quickly, given the extent of my injuries. I know, I'm just being paranoid. I don't mean to be. I really need to be able to sleep. Get real sleep. Then I can focus on my mental recovery. It's just hard to do when I'm falling apart. June 15th, 2009. I've had the nightmare every single night for weeks. It's the same details, the same dream. I really need to talk to someone. I've asked and I even demanded to talk to my parents, but my therapist won't let me do it. You know, at first I thought I was just being paranoid. Just letting the pressure get to me, you know? I mean, I have been going through quite a bit, and people do crack, but there's something really strange going on. And I started thinking about it, right? See, the Air Force doesn't maintain a regional hospital at Cannon Air Force Base, right? And even if they did, why would they have brought me here instead of just letting me do my rehab in Germany? I mean, maybe you could argue it so I could be closer to my family, but what's the point? They aren't even letting me speak to them, let alone see them. So what possible reason could they have for this? Now, I talked to my therapist about it today, and as I expected, she told me that these concerns are the result of paranoia. And that's very common to people who've experienced the types of things that I have. And my fucking migraine started up in the middle of the explanation. And as it did, I noticed something. Something strange. My therapist looks exactly like Sarah did. These migraines are not getting any better. Motherfucker. I didn't think the pain could be worse. But it is. Half the time, I can't think straight at all. And the nosebleeds. My God. I'm starting to think I should just walk around with tampons shoved up my nostrils. And the color of my blood is still crazy. I mean, it's starting to concern me. I mean, yeah, it started with the nosebleeds. But this morning, I nicked myself shaving. Yeah, they still make me shave here. And the blood trickling out of my jaw wasn't dark. It was completely black. Like crude oil. There is no damn way this is normal. I mean, I'm really getting worried now about the long-term side effects of the medicine, or whatever the hell it is that they gave me after the surgery. Whatever damn surgery they gave me. Maybe I'm having a bad reaction, I don't know. I'll ask my nurse about this. I'm gonna buzz her as soon as I wake up, because I gotta lay my head down for a few minutes. Maybe I'll sleep. June 17th, 2009. There's something seriously wrong with me. I had the dream again. But when I woke up, I sat up in my bed and I looked over. And Ramos and Fountain. And they were standing there at the foot of my bed, just staring at me. But not quite, because there was something wrong with their eyes. They looked like hollow, like they were completely dark and empty, like tar pits staring back. While I was looking at them, my migraine, it kicked in, but it was fucking worse than it's ever been. And I felt these wet trails running from my eyes down my cheeks, and I thought I was crying, like maybe I was just so terrified that I burst into tears. But when I went to rub my face, it was black. It was the black, oily blood. And it was coming from my eyes this time. When I looked back to see Ramos and Fountain, they weren't there. So I'm just frantically, I'm just pushing the nurse button, and she gets there, and she's wiping the blood from my face, and while I'm trying to tell her what I saw, she's not even listening. It's a visual hallucination. They're common in individuals like yourself. They're also common in people who are sleep deprived. You can see how you might be seriously partial to an issue like this. The blood. What about the fucking blood? Hemolacria, she said, as she delicately wiped my left eye. It's a condition that affects about 8% of men. It causes blood to leak out through your tear ducts. She continued to explain the condition, but by this time I'd stopped listening because I noticed her fingers. My nurse has 4 fingers, not 5. June 18th, 2009. I know what I saw yesterday. It fucked with me for sure. But that's not what's bugging me the most. You see, this morning, when I went to write in my journal, I found all of the pages were empty. Taken out like I didn't write them. And it's like they were never there. No evidence of missing pages. It's like it never happened. You know, someone is trying pretty hard to make me feel crazy. But I know what I saw. I can rewrite those pages from memory if I have to. You know what? I think I should. I think I will. You see, I'm starting to be able to focus through the migraines. And even thought of getting those pages covered in blood, that's not going to stop me. The migraines won't stop me. There is something wrong with me. But I think I'm finally starting to see what it is. June 24th, 2009. This morning I had the balls to finally do something I've been afraid to do for a long time. I went into the bathroom and examined myself. There are no surgical scars, no incision marks, no evidence of any surgical procedures performed anywhere on my body. And then I check one specific location. I had to twist and bend, trying to get enough light to see into my mouth, into my throat. And there, past my tongue, I can see a long, straight scar. I don't know how, but what I feared is true. I wasn't having dreams. Those were memories. My brothers weren't killed in a crash. They weren't killed by insurgents, and neither was anyone else on that helicopter. They were all taken. By someone, by something. Against their will, they were taken. I don't know if they're dead. I don't know. But whatever happened to them is not going to happen to me. Tonight, I am leaving. Now, I'm fairly confident I've got the nurse's schedule memorized. And as soon as I'm clear, I'm just going to bolt. Now, if I can make it to the ground floor, pretty sure I got a shot. I mean, from there I can make a run for one of the building's fire exits, right? And hopefully I can find some sort of hiding place or just get far enough away where I can figure out my next move. I don't know how far outside of this hospital this thing goes, but I'm not taking any more chances. So, Mom, Dad, I'm mailing you this so you know exactly what happened to me. If you ever come across this journal and you haven't heard from me, then I don't know what's happened, but whatever it is, it's the worst. I'm so sorry. I love you. I should have listened when you told me not to. Doesn't matter now. If you don't hear from me, I need you to contact Ramos's mom and let her know about all of this. And Fountain's wife. Oh God, he has kids. Look, they all need to know what's going on. Look, I gotta go now, before I lose focus and these migraines take me again. My God, they're getting worse. You know, I can see them in my head. I can hear them too. They're saying something, but I need to go. Love, always. Your little boy, Tommy.